There is loads to pick from on Netflix, yet all Carla watches is
Friends.
the old ones are the best. Well, certainly the least stressful for her and her husband.
It's just constant like flick, 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 and then you watch a bit of a trailer and you decide you don't want to watch that, so you flick through a bit more.
Because for many viewers, there is just too much choice, and it's a problem.
And it's actually not really good for our mental well-being.
It's even got a name, choice paralysis, and it seems to be causing us all kinds of stress.
What is choice paralysis?
Well, choice paralysis actually means that less is more. Even though it sounds like a good idea, when we have more choices, we take up precious cognitive demands to make decisions. We feel exhausted at the end of it all.
That's the stressful part, is just constantly flicking through and not being decisive enough to choose something to watch. It's the time that it takes to find something to watch. So we'll argue about how long it takes to find something to watch on telly.
You could say technology is partly to blame for this phenomenon. The rise of TV streaming services, meaning we have entire seasons ready to go at any time. Same with music streaming services. Millions of songs available whenever you want them. And a similar concept for things like books, for video games and magazines. The convenience is there, sure, but for some, it's enough to drive them crazy.
I am lost. I feel like there's no right way to go.
It's a big problem for video gamer Ben. For him, Nintendo's Zelda Breath of the Wild was the big one.
I've been waiting for this game for months, or I think for a couple of years.
The game has been universally praised for its massive worlds, its multiple challenges and beautiful design. But
I always think about, there's this area that I'm passing by and I'm not going to that, or if I choose to do that, what am I missing out by not going to the story? What am I missing out by choosing to go north instead of east, I lock up. I just get kind of stuck in this cycle, and as a consequence, I think I've maybe spent 4 hours playing the game in the 2 years since it came out.
On the scale, this sounds like the very epitome of a first world problem.
I know, it definitely sounds like that. And you know what I think of is like when I go to a restaurant and there's 20 pages of menu, and for half an hour you've been staring at it, you have no idea what to order. And all of that actually takes up all of our precious resources in our prefrontal cortex. It burdens us too much so that we can't actually get to the bottom of it, make a good decision, and move on to the next task.
And so going old school seems to be the least stressful choice, with the killer advice perhaps obvious.
Try to do one thing at a time. It really does bring us more of a sense of peace. We can concentrate better, we can be more effective, and most importantly, we enjoy the things that we're doing so much more when we do one thing at a time.
In a world where everything is there on demand, maybe less really is best. Lavelle, CGTN, Los Angeles.